Hello, and welcome to this edition of Godmother of Attraction. This is Godmother Lindsay, and we'll be speaking today about attracting back a specific person using the law of attraction, and specifically when friends and family may not be that supportive of what you're trying to do. So first, let's put this in perspective. You have a loved one, and you were in a relationship with that person, and now that relationship is experiencing a separation, a break, or a difficult time. And particularly if your loved one broke up with you and you are seeking to get back together with that specific person to attract and manifest a relationship again with that person, then there are many different things that you have to consider and keep in mind. One of them, of course, will be your internal feelings, wants, desires, and how you translate that into a mental vibration and a vibration from your heart that can help you manifest that person back. While you're trying to get yourself in that state of mind, that state of your heart, wanting that person, but without desperation and with a belief that that person will be back in your life, you will face perhaps some challenges from other people who are part of your life and part of your environment. Friends and family you have may not necessarily be supportive of you trying to get back together with that person. And there be many reasons for this. There may be many reasons. One reason may be that they never liked this specific person that you love from the beginning. Maybe they felt that person was not right for you, and they're relieved that you're no longer with this person. Now it's up to you and not up to them whom you're with and whom you love. But listening to that communication from them about how you can do better, how you weren't treated the way you should have been treated. There may be truth or there may not be truth in what they're saying about your relationship and how that relationship was conducted and how the person you love behaved and treated you in that relationship. These are things that you have to examine. But hearing those things can be a source of extreme negativity while you're trying to place yourself into the vortex and in that feeling of alignment that you're going to get that specific loved one back. Now, it could be for other reasons that your family and friends aren't supportive. It could just be that they feel like it's time to move on in general, even though they like the person. They think, oh, it's never going to happen. It's time to move on. And that is negativity also, even though it seems like maybe it's a little bit more forgiving. But as time passes, since your breakup, and more time passes and more time passes, and you have not reunited with that person, they may tell you that you're clinging unnecessarily to hope, that they don't want to see you hurt again, that they want to see you happy, and if this person isn't the right person for you in the future, they want to see you with somebody else. They may even have people in mind they want to introduce you to and go on a date, which is a subject of one of our other videos in the series that we'll share with you. But here are some things that you can do to combat this situation, because it's so important with the law of attraction that you truly believe, feel, manifest that relationship that you seek with the person that you want back into your life. And you have to feel it, believe it, and when you're listening to that negativity, even the strongest person, the person with the most faith, the person who can best align themselves with what they want, and attributes it to God, the universe, source, whatever you personally believe in, even the most aligned person can be shaken by outside influences such as negativity from friends and family, people speculating about your loved one and if they're seeing someone else, why they're not calling you back, why they're not texting you, why they're not initiating more if they're responding to you, but they're not initiating the way you would hope yet, why you haven't gone on a date yet, although maybe the person you love is back on some basis helping you with an errand or celebrating a birthday or something like that, but it's not back to the dating relationship you'd like. And there will be lots of opportunities for friends and family to comment about how this is still not where it should be and you deserve better. Some of the best ways to combat this is to remember what you want and believe. And I would recommend you spend as little time as possible sharing what you want and believe with people who are likely to be negative about it, even if they feel that in doing so they have your best interest at heart. And sometimes that can seem like a lonely path, because if you're excited that you're receiving more response from the person that you love, or he's been making an overture to you, or she has been making an overture to you, and you're excited about it, you don't want to be shot down with somebody trying to bring you down off your cloud and tell you the hard truth of what might happen instead of what you're hoping is now happening. And so it's important to temper your own enthusiasm and self-soothe as well when things are not going as well or as fast as you might like. And remember to live with the belief that that person is on his or her way back to you. And while that person is on his or her way back to you, you have an opportunity to focus on yourself and your life and to become even more ready for that person's return and for the new relationship, because it's not the same as the relationship you had before, but the new expanded relationship that you will have together in the future. And you must believe it and anticipate it and feel it and live it, knowing that that other person will shortly be there to share this future with you that you envision. And that might be something that you have to avoid sharing with friends and family. You may need to deflect questions. If they ask you if you've heard from someone, you might not want to get into a long conversation about, well, you texted, but he didn't text you back until the next day, but then he did, and it was a really nice text. Don't go there. Say that you have happy thoughts and feelings about that person, and but you really don't want to talk too much about it. And most people will respect that, even if they're your friends and your family. When people are particularly nosy and wanting to insert themselves, then you might have to be firmer and saying, I really don't want to speak about this, and I want to focus on other things right now. Now, personally, you're still going to be focusing on it, but they don't need to know that, and maybe that's not entirely truthful, but it's not entirely truthful for a reason that will ultimately benefit you and the person you love and your other friends and family in your life when they see how happy you are in your own comfort with the relationship that you are getting and the person who you will be forging that relationship with in the future, the person you want in your life. And avoiding those confrontations will be important. Another thing that can be important is speaking to other people who are not in that friends and family circle in a way that positively reinforces your beliefs and wants about that person being back in your life or being manifested into your life. And so you might be sitting in the waiting room at the dentist's office and someone makes a comment, and you will utilize that opportunity to say, that's interesting, my boyfriend also loves fishing, and you can start a conversation, and when they ask you more information about your boyfriend and how long you've been dating, then you can fill in the blanks in the way that is most comfortable for you, because this is someone you don't know well, someone who isn't going to challenge the details, who isn't going to challenge where you're coming from, but you are living that relationship. All you need is for the timing to be right and everything to come into alignment for that other person to manifest in your relationship. But you are believing it, you are living it, you are expressing it, and if you cannot express it to those close to you who might view it in a negative light or inject negativity, then get in the habit of speaking about it with positivity to those who cannot inject that negativity, and enjoy talking about the trip you just went on with your boyfriend or girlfriend, and maybe that trip was 6 months ago, but relive it in that dentist's office and say you had a wonderful time on that cruise or that weekend trip to fill in the blank city, and you had such an enjoyable time, and or recall something thoughtful that your loved one has done for you in the past, as if they have just done it, as if they do it often and still are doing it. And even something, because your relationship will be expanding, something that your loved one has not done for you yet, but you'd like them to do, or wish they had done, or wish they'd done more of in the relationship. He did the sweetest thing. He brought me flowers and called after he had to unexpectedly go on to a conference, and although I was disappointed that he'd have to break our date, he was so thoughtful about it, and I'm really thankful that I have a man like this who's so thoughtful in my life. And remember to give thanks, and remember to be positive, and avoid those difficult discussions with friends and family when you have to. Attract back that specific loved one. Manifest that yet unidentified loved one. And don't let the negativity get you down or interfere with your alignment, your belief, and faith. And that is our message today from Godmother Attraction. Thank you for listening.